welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Lucy and I upload paranormal themed videos, as you can tell by my channel title. And as you can tell by the title, I am going to be telling you some haunted houses or castles around the world. So if you are interested in the paranormal, please subscribe and watch my videos. And I don't mind if you don't believe in the paranormal. Not everyone does, but you're probably still interested in my videos even though you don't believe in it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. In this video, I'm just going to tell you 10 out of 20 that I found on a website on my computer. And I am going to be reading out the information whilst the pictures are on the screen. So without further ado, let's just get to the first one. So the first one is Château de Brissac, Maine et Loire in France. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it'll be on the screen just in case if you know how to pronounce it. So the castle has been nicknamed Giant of the Loire Valley, and it is the highest castle in France with 7 floors and 204 rooms. It includes numerous portrait galleries and a private opera house which seats 200 people. It was a fortress built by the Counts of Anjou in the 11th century, and King Louis XIII dropped by in 1620. So the ghosts. The most active is La Dame Verte, which translates to Green Lady, who was apparently the legitimate child of King Charles VII and was later murdered by her husband in the chateau in the 15th century after he caught her having an affair. She is often seen in the tower room of a chapel wearing a green dress with gaping holes where her eyes and nose should be. When not startling guests by her appearance, she can be heard moaning around the castle. The current situation of it. The Chateau is a popular hotel that hosts special events such as Christmas market and tastings of well-regarded wines produced from its own vineyards. Guests who are brave enough to stay overnight enjoy rooms lavishly decorated with period furniture. So that is one of the haunted places so far. The second one is Monte Cristo Homestead, New South Wales, Australia. It's a late Victorian mansion with intricate cast iron lattice work built by a wealthy landowner Christopher William Crawley in 1876, reputedly Australia's most haunted house. Ghosts. There is a young child who was dropped down the stairs, the maid who fell from the balcony, of a stable boy who burned to death. The most active, however, is the ghost of a son of a caretaker who was found curled up next to the dead body of his mother and chained up for 40 years. The current situation of the place. The house currently operates as a B&B, offering dinner followed by a ghost tour where you can learn about other gruesome past it has. Those who dare spend the night in the haunted homestead. So that was the second one. Next one. By Angkor Fort, Rajasthan, India. The site. The ruins of a fort city built in the 17th century. Barang Fort consists of fort walls, bazaars, havelis, royal places and numerous temples, with 3 grand stories you can explore, but do not be fooled by the beauty of these ruins as they are ranked as the most haunted fort in India. The ghosts. A wizard called Singir and a princess called Ratnavati who spurned his advances. Legend has it that the enchanted oil he hoped would make her love him turned into a boulder when she threw it away, and it crushed him. But not before he cursed the palace, condemning the inhabitants of death without any hope of rebirth. Another story suggests a local ascetic cursed the fort because its shadow overpowered his property, and apparently if anyone attempts to build a roof for the fort, it would collapse. The current situation of it. It's now an archaeological site known as the House of Ghosts. It is possible to hire a guide who can show you around the site and give you the details of its eerie past. Be sure to visit in daylight as the fort is closed between sunset and sunrise, with locals convinced that anyone who spends the night amongst the ruins will never be seen again. Next one. Myrtles Plantation, USA. The site. Situated in small town of St. Francisville, northwest of New Orleans, in the mansion of Myrtles Plantation, bordered by a 125-foot veranda. The stained glass front door leads into a grand foyer displaying a huge French crystal chandelier. The ghosts. With 10 people being murdered in the mansion itself, it's no surprise that there have been so many reported ghost sightings. The most famous one is called Chloe, who had her ear cut off by her lover. She wears a green turban, peering intentionally at visitors while they're in bed, and has even appeared in a photograph. A more recent photo also shows another young girl, known as Ghost Girl, peering through the window of the house. More eerie sightings include a child bouncing on the beds, a soldier, a voodoo priestess, and the ghost of a previous owner who was shot in the chest has been heard staggering up the stairs where he died. Despite knowing it's the most haunted house in America, it's now a pretty B&B offering 12 accommodations. Ghost tours run from the site, and you can choose between daily tours or the spooky and more popular evening tours, and soon a new restaurant in sight will bring fresh local food to visitors. Next one. Dragsholm Slot in Denmark. Dragsholm Slot or Dragsholm Castle was originally built in 1215, making it one of the oldest castles in Denmark and reportedly the most haunted castle in all of Europe. In the 16th and 17th century, parts of it were used to house prisoners of noble or ecclesiastical rank, and in 1694 it was rebuilt in a Baroque style. The Ghosts. The castle is thought to be home to at least 100 ghosts, including the Earl of Bothwell, the husband of Mary Queen of Scots, who died as prisoner in the castle. You may also see the White Lady wandering her halls, whose skeleton was found encased in a wall by builders in 1930. The current situation of it. The castle has been transformed into a luxurious hotel and lavish rooms and a Michelin-rated restaurant serving locally sourced food. The hotel offers their own guided tour explaining the history of the building, but for a truly terrifying experience, book a ghost tour, including 2 nights stay, a tour highlighting the spooky coupons, and dinner at the gourmet restaurant. Next one. Ancient Ram Inn in Gloucestershire, England. Built in 1145, the inn was used by priests who kept slaves and workers in there to help build the St Mary's Church, located in Wootton-under-Edge. It is situated on 2 key lines, places believed to have spiritual energy from Stonehenge. It has also been reported that it was the scene of a child sacrifice and devil worshipping. The Ghosts. It is widely believed that the redirecting of water on the ancient Ram property caused the portal for dark energy to open, meaning many ghosts haunt the inn. The witch's room is said to be haunted by a woman burnt to the stake in the 1500s, as she was accused of being a witch. High priestess has been spotted sitting on the bed. A centurion on horseback has been seen walking through the halls. The agonising screams of a girl heard. A monk in the most haunted room, and even a succubus is said to slip into the beds of visitors. Despite being known as the most haunted places in the world, and it's even been featured in TV programmes such as Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures, the inn has changed hands several times in the recent past, making the owners difficult to track down. However, many paranormal events are hosted there. Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town, South Africa. The site. It's built in the 17th century by the Dutch East India Company. The Castle of Good Hope is South Africa's oldest building. The Ghosts. The first ghost was spotted in 1915 when the apparition of a tall gentleman was seen jumping off the side of one of the castle walls and then walking between the bastions Leerdam and Ranger. Another famous ghost, the Lady in Grey, was often seen running through the castle holding her face and crying hysterically, but has not been seen since a woman's body was found during excavations. Other unexplained events include Bell in the bell tower ringing on its own, and the ghost of the black dog that pounces on unsuspecting visitors and simply vanishes into thin air. Arguably one of the world's best preserved 17th century buildings, the castle is now a popular tourist attraction with 3 museums, a memorial to Krakatoa, the leader of the coronation, and an opportunity to learn more of the hidden history surrounding the castle on a guided tour. You can also eat at the restaurant in the front courtyard and watch the key ceremony and the cannon firing. Hellfire Club, Montpelier Hill Island. The Hellfire Club was a haunting lodge built in 1925 for William Connolly, an Irish parliamentary speaker. The stones on the buildings are from the ancient passage tombs said to have angered the devil, which first associated the site with the supernatural. The lodge reportedly became a gathering place for a small group of Dublin elites who met for debauchery and devil worship. The ruins sit atop the summit of Montpelier Hill in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains. Ghosts. The tales of animal sacrifice, black masses, cloven-hoofed men and murder are linked to the structure. The most popular tale tells of the visit by a satanic creature in the form of a man who was only discovered when one of the players dropped a card on picking it up, noticed the guest had cloven feet. On his discovery, the creature disappeared in a ball of flames. There are stories about a big black cat the size of a dog who took on a priest and haunts the lodge. The most regular ghostly visitor is a young lady believed to have been placed in a barrel, set on fire, and rolled down the hill for fun. It's a popular stopping point on a walking trail through the Dublin Hills. Ghost tours on the site are also available, with extra tours running on the week of Halloween. Number 9. Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta, Canada. It's styled after a Scottish baronial castle. The Banff Springs Hotel in Canada is one of Canada's great railway hotels and reportedly most haunted buildings in the country. There's a bride who fell down the staircase, breaking her neck after panicking when her dress caught fire. She often seen in the ballroom dancing, with the flames coming from the back of her dress. A family were murdered in room 873. The door to this room has since been bricked up, but the family can still be seen in the hallway outside the room. The former bellman Sam McCauley, who served at the hotel during the 60s and 70s, still likes helping guests up to their rooms dressed in his 60s uniform. If you try to tip him or make conversation, he disappears. This place is now part of a Fairmont chain of luxury hotels, also known as the Castle of Rocky. Still remains a landmark in the town and remains a popular year-round resort. Vergiglia Island, Italy. This small island was a place where mainlanders fled to seek refuge from invaders. In the 14th century, Venetians, affected by the bubonic plague, were sent here to die, and when they died, they were burnt on giant pyres. The site was also used as a mental asylum during the 1800s, where patients were experimented on and tortured. This island is full of ghosts and cursed with unhealthy spirits. Voices and screams are often heard. Visitors have reported seeing dark, fleeting shadows, and many say they begin to feel a oppressive, evil feeling as soon as they step on the island. The island remains totally abandoned and off bounds to most visitors. Even if you're allowed to go to the island, you'll be hard to find someone willing to take you, as many locals won't step foot on this island, fear of being cursed, and the fishermen refuse to fish in the area, worried they'll drag up human remains. So those are 10 haunted places. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do part 2 if this does well, and as you could tell if you've seen my other videos and then seen this one, you'll know that I've switched up my editing style. Hopefully you like that editing style, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!